everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Gaming Podcast, episode 98. We are so close to 100, just scratching and clawing to the big 100. Speaking about 007.
Yeah, you know what?
On this day today.
If you think about it, after 100, we will never be in the double digits as far as number of episodes.
That's it. End of era. Wow, what a time.
Yeah.
I remember when we just hit 10, I'm like, wow, this is really happening. Here we go. You know, and I think the 00 makes sense because, you know, they're doing a state of play later on, actually an hour after this launches. So,
that's right. Is that today?
That will be today of this episode.
Launches. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, your excitement is perfect because it'll be 1 hour after you listen to this podcast. So there you go. So,
perfect.
Steve, how are you doing? I see you have the Hollow Knight theme here and everything.
Yeah, I actually finally, for the very first time, started playing Hollow Knight today. I
have yet to play it, so I'm still late to the party. Yeah.
Okay. Well, because I wanted to do a video because I found that that there was an easy mode mod that was created for the game, and it's a little bit more. It's easy mode's the wrong name for it. It is kind of more of like an assist mode because I've seen similar mods to this. I did a video years ago about Cuphead having an assist mode mod that had a similar thing where it gave you a little bit extra lives, a little bit extra coins in Cuphead, but this one allows you to be able to have extra same thing, extra lives. It allows you to keep your the geos, or basically the rocks that you collect in the game, kind of like in Souls, like you know how you lose your souls if you die. In this mod you don't lose them, which is great. So I decided to do a video today where I was like, I'm going to play the game as is, see how I do, and then turn on easy mode. And boy, what a difference that made.
Oh, really? Perfect.
Oh, yeah. So I've basically spent all day just kind of working on that video. But yeah, I want to keep playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Will I jump into Silksong? We'll see. It's going to be on Game Pass, so I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I don't have a huge amount of hope for accessibility, but who knows?
Is what they presented in the first Silksong, do you find that was enough accessibility? I mean, obviously there could always be more, but is that like, was it passable for you?
Not really. I mean, there wasn't really a lot there in the original, because I get it. It was like what, 2017 or 2016 when that, or actually no, I think even earlier.
I think it was back in the Wii U days.
Yeah, I think at that time, accessibility wasn't really talked about or considered as an option. So the industry has definitely changed, but whether or not Team Cherry was able to learn from that, I don't know. A lot of trends have come and gone in regards to game development. So I don't know if they saw accessibility as something that would have come and gone or just come to stay. I don't know. Like, it's a small team.
Yeah.
I will say this: if they don't have accessibility in the game, I will not fault them for it. It'd be great. It'd be awesome, but I wouldn't be upset about them for it because this game, Silksong, has been in development for years now. And
if they have the same amount of accessibility what they had in the first game brought over to the second one, I guess that will still be considered a little win, I guess.
Well, I mean, they didn't have any accessibility to begin with. They had you could remap, which was great. But if there's anything more than just that, the interface actually was pretty decently sized, but there was some things by design. It kind of in a way makes it accessible. Like there's it's a large interface, large text, large HUD, large menus, like so, which was kind of a staple kind of back in like 2013 and earlier, where font size actually used to be pretty decent. Nowadays it's like you're lucky to be able to get a 6-point font in a game. But I think this one will work pretty well. I think it's kind of designed to be portable. Obviously, it's going to be available on the Switch. So I'd say,
and the Ally as well. Day one, they said
that's true. The Xbox Ally. So I think if they have anything beyond just remapping, I think that's considered a good sort of keeping up with quality of life within modern gaming. But if they have an accessibility menu, I would actually be very surprised, and I'd be happy with that.
All right. Well, we have to wait and see. Who knows? They might surprise us 7 years of development, a small team of 3. They seem to be doing everything right because the game's going to be $20. They didn't rush. They kept adding more, and that's like the benefit of not having, I guess, greedy investors. Like, we got to launch this game in this time and everything.
Yeah.
No, you're just like, hey, it's a small team. Even if they sell 1 million, it's a team of 3. They're happy.
True. I mean, to
But
be fair,
more now.
To be fair to other indie devs, I mean, they Hollow Knight, I think it was like 15 million copies, and for 3 people, that's a heck of a lot of money. And so it's one of those. Again, they had the time and they had the resources.
$15 at this time.
Yeah,
it wasn't even $20.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like and all the merchandise and everything that they've kind of been able to sort of rake in as far as funds is concerned. Like, they've been self-sustaining pretty much, I think, from the word go, which is great for them. I mean, they're able to take the time that they want and just make the game that they want. So, but hey, it's here. It'll be available as of tomorrow when this episode goes up. So, I know we'll have maybe Steve come in a bit to be able to talk about it, but I know that he's going to basically kind of call in a sick day for tomorrow, just to play. Because
is crazy. I just can't believe this is actually happening. Like, this game is actually coming out. Yeah. So many people are like, "Oh, I'll play the first one when this like I'll play the first one." But it's almost like when pigs fly. So like, I'll play the first one. The second one has a release date. You're like, "Well, it's here now." Have you
crazy?
Played it?
This came out before GTA 6.
Insane! It came out before Metroid.
Metroid
and everything. We still don't have a release date on Metroid, and
it skipped an entire console generation to a certain degree. If you said it came out on the Wii U, it skipped the Switch. I mean, it came out for the Switch, but
I remember it because 2017. So
was that was launched? Okay, so 2017 was the year that the Switch launched. So
they had well, this is to show you. Silk Song had a Kickstarter for the Wii U,
right?
Oh, and that's not coming out. Yeah, that's not coming out anymore.
Wow! Way to fail on your backers there, King Cherry. Couldn't even get a Wii U version out the door, huh?
The 8 people who have the Wii U are like, come on, man, really?
Scammers on that Kickstarter.
Boycott this game right now.
Boycott it, yeah.
Oh my gosh! But congratulations to them. I know it's gonna be a big hit, and also good on them for not giving the game out to reviewers. They put in the Kickstarters first. We were talking about this before we hit the record button. That they're like, no, the Kickstarters, they help us get us here, so they're gonna prioritize on that. And I'm sure reviewers are gonna love the game. Let's be honest. Like, it's more Silk Song.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
sorry, it's more Hollow Knight. I should say. Sorry, Silk Song is the sequel. It's more Hollow Knight. It's more Hollow Knight. It's more Hollow Knight. And what's wrong with that?
I mean, the thing that I think, if I remember correctly, I think Silk Song was supposed to be just DLC for Hollow Knight. So the fact that they expanded out to a full sequel and made it into a full game. I mean, I was reading one of the interviews of one of the devs, and they would I don't know if it was they typed out a script or typed out notes on a typewriter. And then they would mail it to I guess the editor or whatever their colleague who it was. And when they would go mail it out, they would go and sit, have a cup of tea and just and just enjoy. I'm like, that's the life I want to live.
We sold another million. We sold another million today. Let me get a cup of tea. This game, we don't need a rush. We sold how much millions we're at? 8. Oh, okay, well that's fine. We can take our time.
Yeah, it's I love that. I like that's the life I want to live. I want to live a life where I just just chill, just relax, and I'll make stuff. As long as stuff's coming through, some stuff's happening.
Sunny day, look at the birds chirping.
I mean, what a time to be alive.
That's crazy. Well, congratulations to them. I know it's gonna be a huge hit. I'm sure we'll talk more about it. We're gonna lose some friends over it because they're gonna be so involved in it. Like, in fact, we had a busy week of games coming out this week. I might as well just highlight these because besides Silk Song is coming out tomorrow on the 4th, we also got Indiana Jones DLC coming out as well. Super excited for that. More Indiana Jones. honestly a huge highlight from last year. Hopefully, it gets recognized at the Keeley Awards as well.
Yep, I hope so too.
And then the next day we have Chronos coming out, which is like
Yeah.
another like a Dead Space style of game.
Yep, but it's from Bloober team, who've they've been really good with making really good horror games as of late. Like the last one was Silent Hill 2 remake, so and that was a huge hit for them. So I'm looking for that one. I'm looking forward to, and yeah, same with Indiana Jones. Like
Indiana Jones, yeah. And then why not? You know, everyone golfs Hot Shots. Why not? A PlayStation classic on the Switch, by the way.
Yeah.
So, which is a huge surprise. And then this is my cheap segue. I wanted to bring up a little topic here to you, Steve, because you and we experienced something recently. We were at Fan Expo.
Yes, together. We were. Yes, we were.
I could confirm, and this is no rumor. You tried Elden Ring, sir?
I did on the Switch too. Yes, I did.
You did try Borderlands 4 as well, sir? No rumors, right? This is all true. As you can see,
these are all true facts. These are true statements.
And not only that, you also have footage of this as well, correct?
Yes, I have not released the footage of Elden Ring, of me playing Elden Ring, but I do have it, and
you do have it as well. And Borderlands,
but I did release footage of me playing Borderlands 4 on the Switch too. Yes,
I would like to discuss what is going on with. I can't even call them traditional media, and some of them are our friends, you know. And this is not attack to them and everything, but Gamescom happened during the same week as Fan Expo.
Yeah.
And they weren't allowed to record anything. I don't know, maybe it was something more with Gamescom end of things. I know you and we like triple. I'm like, are you sure we can record this? Like,
yeah,
we made sure. Like, I got mine in the email for. I'm like, there's an email right here. It says I can record.
Here's the thing about if you never worked or like on the content creation side and you ever had to like have correspondence or PR with Nintendo, but Nintendo is very strict when it comes to their previews, when it comes to their events. If they tell you cannot record anything, you better not record anything, otherwise you're in trouble. That's it.
And you would never have seen me on this episode of this podcast. That's it.
They even have restrictions on how you can record. Like you have to have someone like you have to over the shoulder. You can't do direct sort of feed. It's like and I get it. Hey, they want to make sure that the experience is good for those who are there, but then also they don't want to. They have if they have specific content restrictions, I'm all for it. I'm just happy that they're allowed us to be able to play. However, that being said, as you mentioned, Marcel, they allowed us to record footage of Elden Ring literally the same day that we got that there was news that press wasn't allowed to capture anything at Gamescom, which is arguably the bigger convention than Fan Expo.
Crazy.
And yet they're also reporting that there was times where Elden Ring was running at 15 frames per second.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we did play it both in docked mode.
Yes. But they did have the handheld one, and the part of me is like, why did I not try that?
I know. I saw I saw the kid. Like there was a guy that was like once you had left.
Yes, I remember seeing that kid as well.
Yeah. When you had left, there was a dad and a kid basically come up to play right beside me, and the kid was playing on the handheld, and I kept looking over as I was playing Borderlands 4. I'm like, it works. Like it didn't look like there was any issues, but then again, I'm not the best judge of frame rates when looking at it from a handheld, like of a kid playing it. I
don't have like a lens that tell me like, hey, you're currently looking at 60 frames right now. Like I have nothing in my eyes. I just look at them like, well, I don't see any stutters or I don't see like dramatic like slowdowns or anything.
No. Borderlands 4, on the other hand, definitely had lag.
Yeah, they had lag from there, but like this, but you can tell it's also at 30 as well. You can tell like it's not, especially for a shooter game, like how that is. But there's so much going on and like more colors. Like things are blowing up. There's so many particles and everything.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to bring this up because, as you mentioned, people in our industry, they just started trashing the game, saying that like it's 10 frames, 15 frames, it's running poorly, and I was like, I'm just gonna release my footage the day of.
Yeah. Boy, did that blow up.
It blew up and everything. Thank you to everyone that shared my video. I appreciate it. And
how many views is that up? Is that up to now? Last I saw was like 46.
75K or something like that. I'll take it. I did it for the people, and I know.
Hell yeah.
You get the 5%ers of being like, this guy can't play this game. I'm like, that's not the point. I'm just giving you footage.
There's no footage. Yeah.
I'm just giving you footage. I don't care how I'm playing. It's for you guys,
Yeah.
So, but it just, and then it's the same thing happened again with Star Wars, where with Outlaws, where people were saying once again they tried it at PAX West. They weren't allowed to record it, and then they just trashed the game again. I could tell you right now, because the embargo will be up by the time this comes up. I played Star Wars, and it's running fine. And this is before the day one patch. There's also footage out there. So I don't know whose footage. I can't remember the name of the person, so I do apologize. They release at least 40 minutes of gameplay, and the game shows like ray tracing lighting, because the game has ray tracing built in it. You can't remove it from the engine from the game.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know if they did it on their end for this port or anything. You can tell it's on the Switch, but it doesn't graphically. It looks good. It runs well.
Okay.
I just don't know what's going on. Like, is it like? And I once again, I'm not attacking anyone. Is this like an ego thing, being like, oh, they didn't let us see it. Well, they didn't let us record it. Like, don't they know we're this publication? So you know what? Right. This was trash. Like, it's so weird to me.
it's a good question. I mean, I will say in defense of that,
yeah,
it's more than likely that probably the build demo that they had for PAX West or even for Gamescom when regards to Elden Ring probably wasn't the build that was the best build to be able to have. It was just probably whatever they had available. I mean, they probably made a build specifically for those conventions, but
let's talk about Elden Ring, because I figured those was in a way those should be similar builds besides
you would think. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, but it could be. I mean, here's the thing. It's like it could be the difference between like one day, like one build was built one day, one build was built another. Could also be the specific hardware that they had. I mean, we're also like, you got to think we're talking European hardware versus North American hardware when it comes to the Switch 2. So it could be that. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like I understand them if they knew the build is not great. That I will. Here's the thing. I will say this, because what you're saying, the topic that you're going for with like why media is sort of like trashing this. I don't think it's done purposefully. However, I do think that they expect when they're playing this game that it's the final product.
Yeah.
And they don't realize, or they don't remember, that this is just a preview build of the game. It's not finished. Like they all, the amount of times I hear whenever I go to either a preview event or even when I'm consulting, they're always saying, hey, this is not finished. The things that are going to be buggy, blah, 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 blah. It's the thing that they're told every single time that they go to these events.
Of any documents you give a review, hey, this is not, even if you're reviewing this now, this is not the final product. Because a lot of them are working it till like the 12th hour.
Yeah, even the review codes that we get, we're often told that, hey, there's going to be a day one patch. We're hoping to be able to get it out before release, so before the embargo, so you can be able to at least try it out. But oftentimes they can't even get the day one patch ready for launch, and it's like a week or two out from launch. So I think it's we forget, like as media, I think we forget that whenever you're playing something early, things can break. There are pieces of code that are in the game, or 3D objects, or like audio triggers, or music cues, or voiceover, or stuff. There's so many moving parts within a build that it's like the final product probably is supposed to be like, hopefully it's supposed to be good, as bug free as possible. But in reality, that's only hiding like a veneer of this is put together by duct tape and paper clips, and we forget that that's how these builds are made. So yes,
look at Cyberpunk. When
Yeah.
people first try that out, they're like, "Oh, it's not running well," and that was just the build that was probably just the build that happened to be working
And the most
for like
stable.
and the most stable. And then not only that, they're like, "Oh shoot, this convention's next week. All right, this is the one we're using then."
Yeah.
And then, but like, look at Cyberpunk. People are praising that game now. Look how well it
Yeah.
runs
Well,
and
even
everything.
when it came out for review, the reviewers only got the PC code. That's why the reviews were so good at the out the gate, because
Yeah,
the PC build was the most stable build that they had, and that's what they developed on. That's what they developed for. It was
yeah,
the console versions that were not optimized, and the
yep.
reviewers didn't get. So
Yeah,
it,
even for the Switch too, it wasn't ready yet. Like,
yeah, I mean, even what we played at this Switch 2 experience,
yeah,
like, which was still like, that was in April. The console release and the version of Cyberpunk for the Switch 2 released in June, so several
mhm,
months. It was still a build that worked. It wasn't
yeah.
necessarily the best, but it was only a 20-minute demo. And here's the thing about also a
Another
lot of
thing, yeah,
times
20 minutes.
whenever yeah, like, also the thing about like preview builds or play testing is that oftentimes those like, even though they get them the message is like, yeah, it's everything is buggy, more often than not those builds are still a few weeks old. Like, they're
Yeah,
not even as fresh as that day. They're like, there was the most stable build that they had like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. That's what happened with Cyberpunk. Like, Cyberpunk, they
mhm,
said that build that that we had was about 2-3 weeks old. So that whole rumor of, oh, this build was made in 7 days, no, it wasn't.
yeah.
It was put together. Like, the build was made in in a week, but they already had it already made 2-3
Yeah.
weeks prior. So I don't know.
I
I
don't
think we
know.
just forget that. I agree.
I just figured, and especially this publication, you think they will know? They will know that, and like these are previews, and
You would
like
hope so.
you hope so. I don't know. Maybe whoever they sent, they're like maybe they're brand new or something. But it's just it's a
Anything
demo.
can happen. Anything can happen, whether it's compiling a build or it got saved
Yeah.
wrong, or the hard drive on the, like,
Hardware could be faulty that day
yeah.
of. You can have
I
a
mean,
defective
that's the
switch.
thing. They're like, a lot of times they're not even the switches, the hardware themselves. It's not like that they just got retail boxes and basically just opened them up on the show floor and set them
Yeah.
up. They're probably all still running off a pre-launch hardware, because that's all that they have to be able to available to them to be able to send to these conventions. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of different reasons as to why these builds may not run. Now, I get it. It's a news story. These, like, when they like, it's one that's a clickbaity title. It's one that it's going to get a lot of attention. It did for us. We came in to the playing Elden Ring with that news that came out like that day. But
Thanks,
I do.
I guess thanks Gamescom, because like people were like, this game looks fine. That
Yeah.
Borderlands looks okay to me and
Yeah.
everything, So
It could be. Hey, it could still be. We could still be proven wrong. Like, or they could be proven
absolutely.
wrong. We don't know yet. The game hasn't come out yet. We don't
There's no
even have a
release
release
date.
date for Elden Ring yet. So, I think, again, I just think that we just need to be a little bit more like, we don't know a lot of times media forgets the greater context of what they're actually playing, and they expect basically whatever they're going to like brought into play preview wise,
Mhm.
that it's going to be, it's the perfect, it's almost finished version of the game. And in
Yeah.
more reality, it's not. And it's just enough at a point where they feel comfortable, the studio feels comfortable enough to be able to show it to people.
Mhm.
And the thing with playtesting too is that they probably have done a ton of internal playtests and everything worked fine. But the most ultimate playtest is when you get into everybody's hands.
Of course.
So when you get people like at Gamescom and at Fan Expo playing it, you're going to see stuff that has never been tested, has never been done before, because we have infinite amount of ideas on how to be able to play a thing. So I agree with you in the fact that I think media can be a little too harsh because they forget what it is they're actually playing.
And I understand, like, and it's sad because this day and age with anything, you want to be first in like publishing anything.
Absolutely.
And I feel like a lot of them were like, all right, we're going to capture this footage. We edit it, like literally, like as soon as we get out of the line, we're going to sit on the floor, edit it there and shoot it and upload it to the sky, you know?
Yep.
And I feel like since that part was taken away, well, now they're like, well, I came here for that type of thing. And then that probably, and maybe that could have soured someone's mood and be like, yeah, this game wasn't running that good and everything. And like, and then that's more clickbaity and everything. And once again, I'm not attacking anyone. Just want to throw that out there. It's just a discussion.
And there's nothing wrong with being critical of a game. Yeah. I think that like it's if you had a bad experience, you can talk about having a bad experience. Yeah. You don't have to like even though it's a preview or it's a review or whatever, and you get the code or you get to be able to play it, and you're invited to these events like from the studios themselves sometimes, and there's a bit of pressure a little bit to be able to be nice about it because then people were nice enough for having you have you try it, but so like there is a time to be critical, and there's time for being critical, and then there's constructive criticism. Yes. I think that probably the better way to be able to talk about Elden Ring, if you played it at Gamescom and you were a media person, was, hey, it didn't run perfectly for me, but from what I was able to play, blah, 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 blah. It's like you can mention it and then still mention what it is that you enjoyed about it, or like there's always good for having balance of what you like, what you didn't like. And if you didn't like the fact that it basically ran poorly, that's not a reflection of the full entire game, unless that was your experience. If your experience was you couldn't play it at all because it was buggy and dropped frames like crazy, then that was your experience. But it's again, it's like there's constructive criticism, and then there's just criticism for being criticism.
No, absolutely. No, I definitely agree. Like for example, Borderlands, even though I could tell it was running on 30 and there were some dips here and there, visually I found it was very pixelated, and I think it's due to like the low res graphics with that art style as well.
Yeah,
but hopefully finished build. That game's not coming out until 2 weeks after. Still more than enough time. I'm not a developer. These guys are wizards.
Well, that's the thing.
In my eyes,
it
might visually look better from what we played, but the game was playable.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing too, is that you got like even the preview that we had, that was a preview that was specifically designed and created for the Fan Expo or for these events, because this was a combat arena. This wasn't part of the story. So whereas Elden Ring, they start you from the very beginning of the game.
There you go.
Like I know you went out to basically like into the main area pretty much right away.
Yes. I decided to cut scenes. I was like, I don't need to see this.
I decided to go to go into the tutorial to see how that plays out, and it ran fine. It ran perfectly okay. But that's the full version of the game, whereas the Borderlands was definitely a specific demo that was created for this. So
absolutely,
I'm very confident that I hope that Borderlands 4 runs well on Switch 2.
No,
but even if it runs, if it can run the same way as honestly that Cyberpunk can, I think it's going to be okay.
It's going to be fine. Yeah. For me, like I just hope the visuals get a little cleaned up, because like I said, the cell shaded look, it looked very pixelated to me.
Sure.
But like at the end of the day, just if it's something you don't like, don't get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone has different tastes. Or if you're able to get another console, that's fine. I know you will love the portability of it, like with the Switch 2. Like it's just at the end of the day, like one person might like Pepsi, another one might like Coca-Cola. That's fine. You don't have to like. Just don't pick it up. That's okay. You don't have to like everything. You're like, this game doesn't fit me, therefore it's trash. Like, no, it's not. It's not for you.
I mean, I get it. It's like you have to cover as much as you can, especially in the media landscape. Like it's the pressure of any media personality in this space is a lot. I mean, heck, I tried to be able to get my Hollow Knight video out today just because the Silk Song comes out in 2 days. So, I get that you have to cover it, but it's also, again, it's like I think for me, whenever I review a game, I always review it because like I could try to give constructive feedback instead of being like, this game sucks for accessibility, because it's a little bit more human centric than necessarily like it's a little bit more objective than subjective, if that makes sense. So I think it's like, hey, if if you try it and you don't like it, it's not to say that like unless I don't know, because
Like for you,
yeah.
for you, it's different for sure because.
Yeah.
But I feel like your feedback, your review, could also lead to features that could come out later
Yes.
on as well.
Yes. But there are definitely like the way I always say it, and I think a lot of other folks say it, is that find the voices or the personalities of that are similar to your style of games, and look to them for reviews. Because there's a podcast that I regularly listen to, and I feel like that they're just negative about every single game that comes out. And they're like, I'm not gonna say the name, but they're a pretty popular podcast, and every single time they're just negative. I think
it's the movie podcast. I knew it. I knew it was those. I'm just teasing.
No. But
I love the fact the movie podcast has no idea we were all
exactly.
We make this pigment like beef with them.
When we walked into the I think you were there because when we walked into the Fan Expo, I kind of stopped as we got in the doorway because all three of them were there, and I was just like, y'all got to stop showing up on my For You page. This is ridiculous. But
they do amazing work. They do. Shout out to
100%. The shout out to them. Amazing that they're able to the indie anyway. Great. Check out the movie podcast.
I hope
they're
people
awesome.
just know we're just joking. You know,
exactly.
People like to misclip and be like, "Hey, here's the whole context." Okay.
Exactly. But I think if for me, I find that their reviews are negative. But for those who like them as personalities and their taste in games is similar to their own taste, then that makes sense. Like, okay, if you like what they review, or you like what they like, or you don't like what they like, then it generally, whenever they talk about a game, hopefully they can give you enough information to be able to decide whether you want to get it based on their taste. So if you are a fan of Kind of Funny or IGN or GameSpot or Spawn on Me or Gamertag Radio, what have you, and you like, but you don't like one or like you don't like one or the other, that's fine. Just find the personality that you like that has a similar taste to you, and and then that way you'll be able to find a game hopefully that you
hopefully
both
that
like.
helps you out. Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps you out. And like I do miss the days of. Man, I was looking through our 360 the other day. I was like, man, I have so many demos on here. I miss the days where you're like, majority of the time you spent on a 360 was either COD or demos. So
I miss demos too, man.
Everything had a demo. It was wild.
I'm glad Steam does them sometimes, but man, I miss the demos for sure.
I understand it takes time to build and everything, but boy, I miss them because I feel like almost every game had a demo.
Yep.
So there were sometimes all I played was this demo of the game. I'm like, oh, this is good. You buy the full game? Nah, I'm good with this.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is like, would you rather go to a car dealership and buy a car without giving it a test drive? I mean,
I'll just test drive the car every weekend. No big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, so hopefully things. And I know this is more like Switch 2 is the new kid in the block.
Sure.
We want to know, can it handle this? Can it handle that? There's talks of some devs haven't even received dev kits for the system yet. It's mind blowing to me. We don't know what's going on. That could have just been a rumor from one guy. There's always one guy like, hey, I'm going to say this, and then devs would be like, "What are you talking about? I do have one." Now I know not every dev have some. I do have some friends who are devs, and they're like, "We don't have anything." So, but it's just wait, people. Be like Team Cherry. They took their sweet time. They're doing the world a great service, and look how happy everyone is tomorrow. Tomorrow, everyone's gonna be happy tomorrow because Silk Sound's out. It's $20. It's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. Yep.
It's on the Switch 2. Switch 1. Sorry, Wii U owners. The 8 people who own it. I gotta give them one more. But and then that's it. They're happy with that.
Yeah.
Right? This is
a time to celebrate, and there's not a time to be negative. Yeah.
Exactly. There's more games coming on more platforms. That's just more options for people. If you're like, oh, the Switch 2 version doesn't look good, but you have other consoles, just get on that. Don't dog it. It might be good for someone else.
Exactly.
I know many people who play like NBA 2K on the Switch is 30 frames. They're happy with that.
Oh, okay.
They're happy. It's fine. Hey, but it may not be for you, Steve. But you might. They're happy with it.
I mean, yeah, like I get it. It's like, hey, if it runs well and works for you, that's totally fine. I mean, I have a WWE 2K25 for the Switch too. Yeah. I haven't played it yet, but I'm very curious to see how that plays. Does it play well?
I honestly, Steve, I'm not even lying. I play it every day.
Seriously,
every day.
Wow.
I just play my faction. I play it every day. Let me grind out some my faction points. I play it runs at 60. It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's 1-to-1, except for you can't do crossplay with other systems. Okay. Hopefully that can be ironed out for the next for next year. And there's no image uploader, which kind of sucks because the community creation, like community creation community. They are really, really good. Where like if Becky Lynch came out with a new outfit, I guarantee you the Tuesday, the outfit will be available for your download. They're really good. They're
so
really,
you can still download community creations.
You can just download, but there's no image, which kind of hurts it in a way because a lot of people. It was
always done through the website anyway.
Yeah, well, like it kind of helps out with people who like a lot of people will bring either new people in because it gets harder. Look, you just had to like take a picture of them and scan it and like put it in there, or if you wanted to like a new like John Cena has like how he's been on tour. Is like a new shirt for every city? You can't do that either because you can literally just take the image. Yeah, there's no image uploader, so which kind of sucks. Hopefully they can bring that out. That'd be nice as well. So come on, 2K, let's make it happen.
Sure. Yeah,
they're gonna make it happen. I also want to bring up the fact with Perfect Dark was almost saved, and I'm very upset. Very upset. This is just bad news. Bad. Jason, why are you talk about something nice, Jason Schreier? I don't understand. All you come out with is bad news, man. I feel like this is like I'm watching the news and everything, like apparently shout out to Jason Schreier, the scoop here from the good old Bloomberg, or I call it Bloomberg. I don't know why. But the game's developers were close to a deal with Take-Two to fund and publish the game following the cancellation by Xbox in July. Sources says, but negotiations fell through, leading to layoffs at Crystal Dynamics last week.
I mean, it sucks. Yes, that basically they tried to be able to save it and they couldn't save it. I don't think that this is necessarily another sort of additional nail in the or fault to Xbox, because they did cancel the game. So that's still happening. I think the Crystal Dynamics tried to be able to maybe move it to a different publisher. 2K probably just was like, no, they probably saw what they had and maybe was like, no, not worth investing in at the moment. They have
Grand Theft Auto money. They have infinite money. Come on.
But here's the thing: it's like Rockstar runs their own thing, and I mean, 2K. Yes, 2K does. Do they have the dispensable cash to be able to buy a franchise? Because I think.
Did I say 2K? Take-Two.
Oh, Take-Two. Sorry.
I don't know if I said 2K because wrestling was still.
No, I get the two confused sometimes too. So so that could have been that. But Take-Two, yes, they have that kind of cash, but you got to think you're not only having to be able to buy probably buy the rights from the Crystal Dynamics, but you also probably have to buy the licensing or the IP rights from Xbox, and the cost of that could have been too high. Which right now in the industry that we are in, people are not willing to spend as much money as they used to. So
surprise.
Yeah. So it does not surprise me that Take-Two tried to build to, or at least Crystal Dynamics tried to build a pitch it to Take-Two, and they just said no. Yeah. So and
he did mention more here. Take-Two was interested in funding and completing Perfect Dark, but the deal fell through, at least in part because the company were unable to come to terms over the ownership of the franchise. Sources tell Bloomberg News.
That makes sense because probably Take-Two wanted to keep it, keep the franchise, whereas it is an Xbox franchise, and Microsoft and probably Take-Two are just like, no, we're not giving up the rights.
Anything with it. Just let them have it.
It's not this. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. They canceled the game doesn't mean that they're not going to do anything with it in the future.
Very true. Very true.
So it's still there. Granted, yes, it would still be great to see the devs' hard work that they put into it to try to be able to make it happen. But I think that the 100% now that makes sense. It's like, they canceled the game, but it does not mean that there's not going to be a future studio that they could partner with to be able to make do another attempt. Because here's the thing, we don't know a lot of the behind the scenes of what was happening, but you have to think though, Perfect Dark was kind of in a little bit of a from the stories that have come out, they weren't necessarily like the Crystal Dynamics needed help from the coalition, and they partnered up, and then Crystal Dynamics was just like, it seemed as if Crystal was having a lot of trouble making this game, and the Xbox tried to pour in resources to be able to help, but it didn't work. So anyway, sorry, there's someone literally yelling outside my window right now. So
they're mad about Perfect Dark. They're mad about this too.
They're mad about Perfect Dark.
Good fight, person. It's just very unfortunate, especially like I wish they could have just come together and like agree, like, all right, well, hey, I mean, wherever sales, this is 50-50, something like that. But we're gonna own Perfect Dark. Like, I don't know. Take-Two, do you really need Perfect Dark at this point? I guess. I don't know.
Well, I think here's the thing. Like, the way that I see Take-Two wanting it was Crystal Dynamics probably pitched them Perfect Dark. Take-Two wanted the entire like they want the entire IP. This is my guess, because they're not ones to be able to own a partnership of any other IP. They want to be able to kind of their franchises are specifically under them. They don't co-own it with anyone else. Rockstar is a little bit, but I mean, they Take-Two still owns Rockstar. But so I think that Take-Two wanted all of it. Xbox said no, because it is still a franchise that they know they could still make money from. So, and they probably wanted to be able to pitch the percentage deal, but either Take-Two didn't wanted maybe too much. Xbox only wanted a little. Who knows? Like there could there's other negotiations.
There's so many things that could go on. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So it just, and then unfortunately they probably because they thought maybe that they could keep the studio open and keep the employees if they were able to make this deal happen. And as it unfortunately happens, the deal fell through, so they had to get rid of. Unfortunately, they get rid of some employees to be able to kind of keep the studio going, because remember, they're still making a Tomb Raider game for Amazon, so it's that they need to keep the studio open. And unfortunately, just the amount of work that was lost for Perfect Dark, that's a lot of money that's down the drain that they can't recoup. So
it kind of reminds me when I don't know, in a way where not High on Life, Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
And I guess they were okay. Maybe they were able to save that and save the people who were laid off as well. So maybe they were like, hey, if we gave Hi-Fi Rush away, can we have Perfect Dark? So
I think Hi-Fi Rush was that was
a Bethesda.
It was what Bethesda owned, it was Tango Gameworks owned by Bethesda, owned by Xbox, and
she says a lot of change.
That's and Hi-Fi Rush on the surface was a critical success, but maybe not on paper it was. So to them, Xbox closing down Tango may probably, according to Microsoft, I'm saying probably this is probably Microsoft's decision, it made more sense on paper to be able to close the studio. Whereas something like a Perfect Dark, where it was a franchise that is core to the Xbox brand. Wait, is it? Or I remember it being on the N64 too, I think, right?
Perfect Dark came from Rare.
Okay, so it was a Rare.
And
okay,
it was so Perfect Dark
okay.
was on the N64. Yes,
and because Rare is owned by Xbox, it just so it kind of makes sense to a degree. I mean, who knows? This could be again, the future of Perfect Dark still in the open. This could be maybe the perfect opportunity for Xbox to be to go to Rare and be like, hey, do you want Perfect Dark back?
I don't see why they. I'm surprised Rare hasn't made a Perfect Dark. They made Zero.
They were working on obviously Sea of Thieves and what was the other
Yeah.
one? Everwild. So maybe hey, Everwild's kind of done. Obviously got canceled. They're still making Sea of Thieves. What about Perfect Dark? Could we see?
I'm trying to see what they did here last. Perfect Dark Zero was the last time Rare made one, and that was 2005.
Okay, so 20 years. They haven't been making a Perfect Dark game.
Why not just give it to them? Do what Nintendo did with Metroid Prime 4. When they realized it wasn't working, all right, Retro, we made a mistake. Here, you have it.
Well, they're already halfway past that. They canceled it with Crystal, so
yeah.
I think it would mean definitely, obviously, starting over. Yes. And it's whether or not Xbox and Rare is going to be able to have the production budget in order to be able to do that, to start from scratch. Yes. I don't think that they would do a joint sort of thing with Crystal if they were going to still continue to shop that around. I don't know. This could be the perfect opportunity, or it could just be like, no, it's like it was the door was closed a long time ago and never going to be reopened.
I just wish I've seen the game. Because when we saw
the
trailer, but then a lot of people were like, "Was that real?" And then someone had to come on and say, "Yes, it was real." But I'm like, "Well, I just want to see it."
I would love to see it too. We probably won't, but
I mean, we're not gonna sit like 20 years from now when someone's like, "I worked on this." Here's a leak footage from a game from 20 years ago. I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, besides that, Steve, besides being a heavy week, what do you have? What's you have going on for yourself?
I've been on Dungeons Disabled, my D&D tabletop show. We've been the second episode will be up, but we've been running this new one shot called High Noon of the Dead. So if you're interested in Old West with a zombie twist, but it's a little bit more. It's if you're like kind of already like, hey, you know what, I'm already burnt out by zombies. It's a different take. It's definitely a different sort of take on it. And we're running on the Daggerheart system, which is actually the Daggerheart is the TTRPG made by Darrington Press, who is owned by Critical Role. So we've been playing that, and that's been a lot of fun. And so yeah, we have episode 2 is currently out right now of that series of a 4-episode run. So make sure to go and check that out. Other than that, I'm on my YouTube channel, basically trying to be able to keep up with all the latest news and giving a little bit more greater context and accessibility perspective on things. Also been putting out a lot of more shorts lately on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So make sure to go check those out and give them some love, because I've been trying in my hand at that a little bit. It's still difficult. I still hate editing together shorts. it's annoying as hell. But I'm trying my best. So
I hate editing as well. I would love to find someone who just like, I love editing. I'm like, well, here's everything.
Yes,
I will shoot. You'll just edit. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I would love that too.
I would love to find someone who just like, I love editing. I'm like, all right, good.
Yeah, but yeah, you can be able to check me out at Steve Saylor, pretty much everything, or at Blind Gamer Steve on TikTok.
Amazing. For me, finally, CNE is over. Fan Expo's done, and everything. I'm able to finally just sit down and relax and catch up on some games. My backlog is disgusting.
I hear you. I'm in the same boat too.
So, and then like this week, the first week of September is the craziest week. Like I mentioned, we have
Silksong, Indiana Jones. We got Star Wars.
Chronos out as well. Borderlands in 10 days and everything. And then there's some other hidden little games I want to try out as well, like Katana that look really cool. Dying Light's coming out later on this month.
Yep.
It's just I haven't even finished the games that came out in August. I'm still playing Mafia.
I'm still playing Mafia too. And, I'm kind of in that same boat as well.
I got Metal Gear. I got Shinobi, which is so good. Shinobi, Art of the Vengeance.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Good. Oh, beautiful. This is the year of the ninja, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
So good. But yeah, besides that, I will have some Star Wars gameplay for all of you when it comes out. Well, today we'll have it for you today. Yeah, enjoy that. I can't wait to see the comments for that because you guys make me laugh just with the variety of comments. Like, thanks for doing this. We hate you. This and that. Religion
That
is
sums
this.
up
I'm
the
like,
internet. That sums up the internet right there. Thanks for doing this. We hate you.
yeah, we hate you. I'm like, well, you're welcome. I think So, but
You're
we'll be
welcome,
back
question mark?
here.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. We'll be back here with episode 99 next week.
Yeah.
I think there's rumors that the same week is Nintendo Direct.
Yes, that is true.
So we'll do a little prediction there. So
hopefully we'll see. We'll see.
we'll see. We'll find out. See you all here next week. Take care, everyone.